What's up, y'all? Think all up, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know what today is? Clay Talk, y'all. Y'all already know. You already know. Uh, Clay Talk. Back. Episode 9, y'all. Episode 9. Oh man. So been doing this for a month and a week, y'all. So, and I appreciate everybody from, showing me the support, stuff like that. If y'all watching this, can y'all go ahead and share it for me if you don't mind? I would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. Had a long day, y'all. Woo! I had a long day. And man, I've been hey, he's Mary. But I've been working on putting my motor back in, man. Whew, it's been a long day, man. Me and Corey been busting our tail all day today since like say about 11 to 12. Been outside all day. So y'all gotta excuse me with drinking the water because I need it. I said, hey, Mary. But I appreciate all the support from everybody. We've been doing this thing for 2 months, y'all. 2 months. I enjoy it. I don't know about everybody else, but I enjoy it coming on, talking to people, putting their insight on all kinds of stuff, man. Throwing out the positive stuff, to y'all. Um, just with all this chaos going on, man. Just stay. It's hard to stay positive, but stay positive, stay safe. If you go protest safe. But I know in certain situations, it's hard to protest safe when you got the cops just taking in whatever. O'Reilly. Just you got the cops doing all kinds of stuff, but just if you go protest, just I don't know why this dread is out, but just protest, safely and stuff like that. Like don't just go out there all willy nilly, cause man, is a bullet don't know nobody for one, and a cop, cops, they doing a lot of dumb stuff, but there is some protesters that's doing dumb stuff too. But I mean, in certain videos, I have seen where I have seen where the uh, the protests be protesting safely, right, and then all of a sudden the cops provoke them and they act out. So that I can't speak about that, but I can't speak on that. But I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and y'all you just have to be safe, man. And I mean, it's it's hard to say just being safe, but I mean you just really have to be safe. And if I'm not, how I'm trying to put it, I'm not. For one, I'm not a racist guy at all. Period. Like that's not me. My mom raised me to not see color, and that's what I'm raising my girls to not see color. But at certain point, like stuff do get tired, and people get sick and tired of going through the same process of doing the same thing of like people just get tired of that. So that's why you got all these people that's acting out, that's doing the stuff that they doing, that's riding, and it's crazy But when you have the president of the United States saying when the looting starts, the shooting starts, like how would you expect the nation to feel on that part? Like whether you black, white, uh, Puerto Rican, Haitian, purple, green, orange, yellow, it don't matter. Like you as a president come on and you say when the looting starts, the shooting starts, and then you send in the National Guard to certain places. Like, come on, man. Like that's crazy for you to think. If you would have said that, then you expect the nation to lessen down of what they were doing. Like, come on, man. Like, I honestly don't understand when he said that, because as a president of the United States, um, when stuff happens like that, you want to come on because it went worldwide. Like everybody know about Floyd getting his knee down in his back of his neck and he's dying. Everybody found out about that. Everybody know it's social media. Period. But you as a president, you don't come on national TV and say that's wrong, and stuff like that. I salute the mayor that actually that actually fired him the next day. I think the next day or the day of. I salute him 110%. But on the opposite side of that, firing him and jail time would have been excellent. Like, you fire him, you should have put him in jail. But the thing is, when you have the president of the United States don't even come on, say nothing about, the death or nothing like that. Like, come on, like where do you expect us as people, like I said, black, white, Puerto Rican, purple, green, blue, whatever, how would you expect us as the people react on that nature of words you saying? Like what president saying when the looting starts, the shooting starts, and then you act like you didn't know where it came from? Like, come on, dude. Like I honestly don't understand. Like I honestly don't understand this president, because how would you say something and you act like you didn't know where it come from? For one, um, for two, like I said, how would you expect us to react on something that you said? Like like I said, it makes no sense. And then you send a National Guard in to what? And then you have these police out here with rubber bullets. FYI, rubber bullets is not supposed to be shooting. It's supposed to be shot at a person from waist up, from my understanding. Man, I seen a girl get shot in her forehead with a rubber bullet. how how is that possible in the work in the officer force, or whenever you do training, they tell you to not shoot rubber bullets at people, to shoot and aim at the ground. Like, that's where a rubber bullet's supposed to be aimed. You're supposed to aim it at the ground. It's supposed to get shot at the ground. Now, for the police is that what's up, man? The police is that that's shooting people directly with rubber bullets. That's just uncalled for, man. That you egging the people on to get worse than they really are. Like, and then I was looking at a crowd, that the crowd was basically just protesting safely and stuff like that, and then the police wanted them to move back. Like, then you hitting people with a baton. Like, nobody's gonna react to that. Like, I just don't. I honestly don't understand. And they was hitting the people. They was hitting people with the baton on the news. Nobody from the news even once addressed it. Nobody said anything about it. But you did on dead camera on news getting hit with a baton. Then I want to share it to you. Yeah. Um. Then it was another dude, black guy, from CNN. He got arrested while he was on camera on CNN. He got arrested at the spot. Dude showed his badge and all. Still got arrested. A block down, it was another guy, white guy, CNN. He was also there doing a same, almost the same exact story, and they asked him for his badge. He showed them, and they didn't arrest him. Now, luckily, he did come out and say, "Yeah, I was treated differently," meaning as in I'm treating differently because I was white, and he was treating differently because he was black. So that I'm glad that he came out and said that, because if he wouldn't have said that, nobody would not know. Like I said, the black guy got arrested on camera, and he's showing his badge that he's with CNN. So I don't understand, that concept. It's just, in my knowledge, man. And like I said, I'm not racist at all. Period. My mom taught me not to see color, and that's what I see. I don't care if you white, black, or whatever. Like, if you cool, with me. Hey, it is what it is. We cool. We ain't on that. Oh well, And like I said, and I haven't. Well, all this, pandemonium going around, I haven't lost any friends. Reason why? Because I'm not so hatred towards, a different race or something like that. Like, that's not me. Like, a lot of people, a lot of black people will be like, oh, well, I ain't hanging out with no white people, you know what I'm saying? Because they got all this shit going on. But it's a lot of white people that's out there that's helping, but they also, not helping. Like, there's a lot of white people that's out there that are doing the looting and stuff and like that. And it's not, and there's some black people that's doing safety protests, and there's some black people that's out there that's doing the looting. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I honestly think until we can, feel that we are, not different as in from races, then, the world's gonna always be like that. And like I said, I don't care about your color. It's just a simple fact is, a lot of people out there in the world don't think like I think. A lot of people out there in the world don't, um, exactly. So, a lot of people out there in the world, they're not as open minded. Like, I have a platform. So, I mean, a lot of people wanted me to come on and voice my opinion. I mean, this is not my usual talk. Everybody know that. My usual talk is motivation. But it's just, I've been, I haven't been silenced, but I haven't been, really want to talk on the subject. And the reason is because, like, it is my business, but it's not my business. Like, yeah, I understand, the marching, and the I understand that, the standing up. I completely understand that. I'm not saying that I don't understand that, but it's so much stuff going on. You got riding, you got people that's out there doing riots for no reason. You got people out there doing looting. Like, I mean, it's supposed to be a friendly protest. And like I said, I have seen friendly protests go good, and next thing you know, you see the cops hitting people for no reason. That's what makes it go to the way it's going. But a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people see, oh, black people just tearing up the country. Black people, like, no, because it's not. It's both races. Black and whites are out there. So it's not just black people out there. Black and whites are out there. Black people messing up stuff, white people messing up stuff. So it's not just, it's just, just black people. Like I said, the stuff that's going on, yes, it's wrong. Like I said, I didn't want to speak on it, but a lot of people have been, hitting me up, asking me to, speak on it, and I'm like, all right, fine, I speak on it. But it's not that I want to be quiet or nothing like that. It's just like, my talk show is not about, what's going on in the world. Like, my talk show is about motivation and stuff like that. But when it comes to this, a lot of people saying, well, how can you be motivated, when stuff like this going on? I mean, it is, but you just have to be, mellow about the situation. You have to know what's actually going on around. You can't just be like, oh, dumbfounded, and, don't know what's going on. Like, white privilege. Like, if you don't know, if you white, you don't know about white privilege, like, you did losing it. Like, I don't understand. But like I said, I haven't lost none of my friends because I'm not mean, hatred, none of that towards anybody because that's not me. It's not how I was raised up. Now everybody that's out there going chaos and going crazy and doing all this stuff now, that I have no clue and no sympathy about that. So I don't know nothing about that. But it's a lot of stuff going on, man. And people just gotta keep your eyes open. Your eyes open and your ears open, man. Cause if you not, man, it's a cruel world out there now, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I'm having a little boy, and I'm afraid of, when he get a little older, will the world be worse than what it is now, or will it, come to, be better? And right now, man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to think about. Cause like I said, as black families, man, we a conversation with our kids that other families don't. The reason is because, we are we we are looked at differently. I don't should speak out how young kids know what racing is, but not to judge someone. Exactly. So, and like I said, we have conversation with our kids that other families don't. Like, we have to dress differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different because a lot of people don't understand, how black people are looked at in this world. I'm gonna give you a nice little story, man. This is a nice little story. So, and that's where it say don't judge a book by its cover. Like I said, regardless you white, black, green, purple, yellow, gold, whatever, no matter. Don't judge a book by its cover. So everybody know. Forget it. I'm gonna say the company because I honestly don't care. But everybody know I used to work at Textron. I think last year, year before that, I was working with them for 4 years. Now, 4 years in, my mind is like, all right, I done moved up. I'm in a nice, good position. Um, I'm managing, some people on the dock, team lead status. So, 4 years in, you looking at as in a long term at the four, or me, I'm looking at as a long term at the 4 years because I done moved up the ladder. So I'm like, I'm where I want to be at. So, um, I don't do, which I knew I didn't do it because I never did it the first 3 to 4, 5 months that I was there before. And, I knew I didn't do it. So, like, I'm asking him, what's going on, man? So he's like, man, yeah, man, you do this, do this, do this. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then I end up getting the dock, clean the way it is. Me and my team, you got it situated, stuff like that. Now, one time did they come in there and thank me. Now, one time did they say, hey, appreciate your team. Now, one time did they, take me out to lunch, or buy my team for lunch and stuff like that. When we had to work on Saturdays, I brought my team lunch because that's me. That's my appreciator. Hey, I appreciate y'all. That was me. So, like, same boss that I got now, same boss. He's over. I think it's like 4 or 5 of us. So mention no, he's over 4. No, he's over 5. Mention 3 out of the 5 are black. So just hear me out. 3 out of the 5 are black. This is when it first, this is when I first caught the glimpse of actually racism. I always heard about it, but this is the first time that I actually caught a glimpse of actually racism. So, I still did, my duties. I still did what I was supposed to do. I still, made sure all my T's was crossed, all my I's was dotted. I still made sure that I did what I was supposed to do. So, like I said, a month go by. This is January now. So now, he taking the other team leads. What's up, man? We taking the other team leads to lunch and stuff like that. I'm like, what's really going on? Now, mention now, these are the 2 white team leads. He still got 3 other team leads, which are black. All of us doing the same exact job, or different departments, but he's still over us. So I'm like, man, something going on, man. I'm like, I don't really too much. I don't like this. So then, I'm like, all right, well, maybe I'm tripping, man. Maybe I'm tripping. So then February come around. Not this year, last year. February come around. Next thing you know, he come to me and was like, hey, man, do you mind, cutting your hours, man? I'm like, what? So my hours was from basically 6 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 6. Wanted me to start coming in at, I think, 7:30 or 8. Wanted me to start leaving at 4:30. Now, I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm thinking that all team leads are doing the same time. No, I was wrong. So I'm coming in. When the schedule had started, I'm coming in, and I see the other 2 black team leads coming in with me. So I'm like, dang, they changed our schedule too? They was like, yeah, man, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't think nothing of it. So then, week later, it's still in February, a week later, I'm about to get ready to leave. So I go back there, making sure, make sure everything was straight. Other team leads, the white team leads, 2 in the back, were still working. Well, they were still there. Me and the other 2 black dudes are walking out. So I'm like, dang, what's going on? So anyway, next day, I come in and talk to my boss. I'm like, hey, man, why I had to cut my hours? And he was like, yeah, man, we had to, cut some hours and stuff like that. I'm like, all right, cool. So what you got the other 2 team leads doing? And I know I didn't say white. So what you got the other 2 team leads doing? He's like, oh, man, they on a special project. I'm like, what special project? That they coming in from 6 to 6 when that was everybody, schedule, all team lead schedule. And he's like, oh, man, they own something. They own a special project. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then did some more investigation. So I went back there and asked them, I said, hey, man, what y'all schedule is? They was like, oh, man, we still do our 6 to 6, man. I'm like, so what y'all doing 6 to 6? And it was like, man, we just come in, man, just, same thing we been doing. I was like, so y'all ain't on a special project? Nah, man. No, okay. So then that was the first my first thing me seeing. Second thing me seeing was when we always had meetings, nobody actually spoke out in those meetings about like if something was need to be changed or something was different and stuff like that. Because like I said, we're doing a job, they're not doing a job. They're sitting behind computers and actually saying, putting in the plan like, oh, this can work. Let me shoot it to y'all. And then when we get it, we supposed to make it work. And if it don't work, we get in trouble. So we sitting at the table and I'm throwing out ideas, which are the right ideas, which is a, better plan than them. They was like, nah, man, we gonna go this way. And I'm like, it won't work that way because we do it, like, we know what way would work. So then the other 2 black guys chimed in with me and was like, yeah, I think, think that way would be a little better. So then come around the next week, this is the 4th week in February. Then turned around, they was like, they gave us, what we supposed to do. It had nothing to do with what I said, but it is what it is. So I did it. It didn't work out like I was telling them. So then they got pissed off about, me saying, yeah, if I can't do my job, I don't need to be there and blah, 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 stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. So that was the second time that I had my eyes open. So the third and last time was I had got called. This was like the 2nd week in March. I had got called in the office, and they had HR in there. Yeah, you way late. They had HR in there and everything, and I was trying to figure out, what was going on. And they was like, so they was like, so we heard that that you've been a little too outspoken in the groups, and we just don't agree with what you're saying, and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay, I understand that. Then I flipped it around. It's gone, gone. Then I flipped it around and was like, so they didn't tell you that they changed all three of the black team lead schedules and didn't change the other two white team lead schedules? And HR in there looked shocked because they act like they didn't know that. So then I was like, man, you know what? Then they started talking. And I was like, man, you know what? I just want to step down. And they was like, oh, okay, well, you can step down and be up on, another supervisor, which me and the supervisor always got into it. Like, it's like I was there before him, but it's like when he came, he was just, like trying to be, Billy Badass, but it is what it is. So when he came over there, like, me and him kept butting heads, and they knew that. That's why they didn't put him over my department, but they knew that. So they tell me if I step down, I gotta be up under him, and I'm like, nah, I'm not with that. And that day was the day that I had walked out, and that was the best day of my life. And that was like I said, and that was the first time I actually people are opening up about it, man. You have, you know, racism in a cop force, whether you a white cop that don't like black people, or whether you a black cop that don't like white people, or whether you a black and white cop that don't like Mexicans. Like, they are dressed in officer uniforms, man. And I just need everybody to just be safe, man. Just really just be safe. It's too much, killing going on. Life is short. You here today, you gone today, man. It's crazy, man. I lost my cousin Saturday just passed, and like, she was good health. So it's crazy, man. It's like I said, you here today, gone today. You don't know, what tomorrow will bring. You just have to, live your life to the fullest. Stay safe, and I mean that's all it is, man. Y'all just be safe out there. If y'all go protest, make sure it's a safe protest. Don't go violent, please. And yeah, yeah, you're right about that. Versus those. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But y'all be safe out there, man. I'm out.